Hello friends, welcome to the Technical Study Place YouTube channel. In this video, we'll learn about vector scan display, how the vector scan display will work, and how, with the help of diagram and with the help of points, we will understand this concept. So without any wasting the time, let's begin. In the previous video CRT, we have learned about when we provide some voltage or current to the pins, so the heater will get heat up and it will produce electrons, and the cathode will emit, means it will opens, and the electrons will come and strike it to the phosphorus screen, and the where the image when the where the electrons had been struck in the phosphorus screen. So on that place the glow will come, the light will come, the phosphorus screen will get glow, it will get illuminate. So after that, the image will be shown in the image will be produced in the screen, the image will be displayed in the screen with the help of that information, what the type of electrons, where it has been displayed, where means where it has been struck on the screen, there the information will be shown with in the phosphorus screen. Okay, this we have learned in detail in the CRT video. So here, how the image, what type of image it will be stored, what type of, and how it will be image will be shown in the phosphorus screen. So this we will learn in the vector scan display. Okay, so in this diagram, CPU is the central processing unit. So it is attached to input output port. Input output port means you can say it as universal serial bus, and it means USB in short form. You can say USB port means what type of connection connect will be done to the USB to the CPU, means external hard disk will be connected, printer will be connected, scanner will be connected, mouse will be connected, keyboard will be connected, so many things will be connected. So after that, display commands will be there. Display commands, it contains the information to be which has to be displayed in the CRT screen or the phosphorus screen. So after that, display controller is there, keyboard is there, mouse is there, CRT screen is there, and display buffer memory is there, everything we will see. Okay, so vector scan, it does not have only one name, so it has three more names, means total it has four names. So the vector scan display is also known as random scan display, calligraphic display, stroke writing display. It has four names basically, but in the exam, most names is used as the vector scan display and random scan display. But for knowledge and for more less risk, you should know the four name also, that is calligraphic display and stroke writing display. But for many purpose, many times the random scan display and the vector scan display, these two names only can be used. But there can be a chance it can be asked as explain about calligraphic display or explain about stroke writing display. So like this they may ask in the exam, but most of the times they will ask explain random scan display or vector scan display. So you should remember the four names also. Okay, so what is vector scan display, what it is? So vector, in short, we can say it as vector scan display is a technique, which is a technique used for producing images on the screen. Using this vector scan display, we can generate the images on the CRT screen or the phosphorus screen. Okay, beam is directed to the area on the screen where pictures is to be drawn. So just now I have told that whatever the beam is there, so this is the beam, okay, where the electrons are coming, that is the path, that is the beam. Okay, so where it has been coming, and on that particular point only in the on that particular point only, on that area only, the pictures has to be drawn. For example, think it is a screen. So in this particular area, in this particular position only, I want the electrons, the beam has to be strike, and the information has to be strike, and the image should be generated in the screen. Okay, so whatever the beam is there on that particular position or on the particular area only, it will come and strike. So the the information will come and strike, or the beam will strike, so there we will get the image. Okay, so how we will get the image? So when the beam will strike into the screen, so the what will happen after getting it to strike, after getting it to the strike to the screen, so it gets glow, the screen will get glow, it will get lighted, so it will illuminate, so the screen will show the image. So whatever the image is, the whatever the information we have been passed, so that information will be displayed on the screen. Okay, the display buffer memory stores the display list which contains. So before this, we will see something. So what type of it should be contain, which should contain means. So let's see this point. After that we will see. So the display buffer memory stores the display list, means the whatever the display buffer memory is there, it contains what it contains, the display list it contains. The display buffer memory contains the display list. This display list contains points or the line plotting commands with xy or xyz coordinates, as well as character plotting commands. Okay, so the display buffer memory contains display list or the display command, which means the display command or the display list contains the information of the line or the dot or the point or some kind of alphabets. So this kind of information contains the display command or the display list, and this display buffer memory contains the display command or the display memory. So you can say this, it is the parent class. Okay, so display command, so display buffer memory is the parent of the display command, so it contains this much. Okay, display buffer memory contains display command and display list, which contains points, dots, lines, or alphabets, any kind of information it contains. Okay, so what type of information, so how it will be, it looks. So this is, suppose think it is a some screen. Okay, now what I want, in this particular area only the information has to be displayed. So what I will do, so the information, whatever the information is there, that will be the that information will be taken by the beam and it will be striked to the screen. So where on that, where it has been struck, where it has been thrown to the screen, on that particular position only, where the beam has to be, where the beam is there na, where the beam will be struck to the screen, there will the when the beam is on, there the information is being struck, there we will get the information, means the image will be displayed to us. Okay, suppose if your point want, if we point, we should be seen in the output screen, in the phosphor screen or in the CRT screen. What will happen, the beam will be on, the beam will be come and it will be struck here in the here, so we will get the point. Suppose if we think, suppose if we want a line in the screen, so what will happen, the beam is on now, the beam will come here and it will strike it to the screen, and the beam is still on, still on, still on, still on, still on. Okay, till here it is on, so till here it is on, now it is off. So the whatever the line we want between 2 points, that will be generated by the beam. So whatever the information he had, so according to that it will be striked into the phosphorus screen. Suppose if you want only 2 points, no line in between the 2 points, so how it will be done, so first the beam will come here and it will strike it to the screen. So 1 point will come, the beam is on now. Okay, so now the beam is off, the beam is off, then there is no line drawing. Okay, when beam is off, now the beam is on, so the point has been generated on the screen. So like this 2 points has been generated. So when the points when the lines or the points or something else, the information has been generated on the screen, when the beam is on that time the information has been generated on the screen. So when the beam is off, no information has been generated on the screen. So when the when the beam is on, the point has been generated. When the beam is off, the beam is coming here, coming here, coming here. The when the beam is off, no lines can be generated in the screen. So when the beam on, so the again the point is generated. After that, beam is off. So like this, the 2 points has been generated. So here what happens, from here the beam is on, the continuously beam is on till here it is on. So now it is off. So like this, the whole from between 2 points, also the line between the 2 points, the when the beam is passing with the when the beam is traveling, so it is on. So like this, the line has been created on the phosphorus screen. So when the 2 points, when the beam is traveling, the beam is off only at the source point and the destination point. On that time only beam is on. So like this, only 2 points has been created. So like this, different types of points or different types of points or the different types of lines or the different types of characters, like this it has been generated on the phosphorus screen. Beam is directed to the area on the screen which where pictures has to be drawn. Beam is directed on the particular position, on the particular area, on the particular area, on the particular area, on the particular area only it has been striked. There only the pictures has been shown, there only the images has been shown. Next point says display controller interprets these commands and help beam deflection circuit to dispute electron beam writing on CRT phosphorus coating. Means whatever the information means, we know that display buffer memory contains the display list or the display commands which contains the information what to be displayed in the CRT screen. Means what type of means some lines or some points or some alphabets, whatever the information is that it contains. What it contains is a display command or display lines, and it contains that, and display buffer memory contains this display command and display lines, so sorry, display list. So what the display controller will do, display controller will take the information. So the display controller will take the information from the display buffer memory. What it contains, it contains the display command or display list. In that it contains information, right? Display command contains information or the display list contains information. Okay, we have seen this here. Display list contains the points, so this is the information. Okay, in the display buffer memory we have the display list or the display commands, display list or the display commands which contains the information. This display controller will take that information and pass it to the beam. Okay, pass it to the beam. So the beam will take that information and strike it on the CRT screen. Okay, so after striking it, whatever the information is there, that will be displayed as that image that image will be displayed on the phosphorus screen or the CRT screen. Okay, the display controller will take that information from the display command or the display list and send that information to the beam, and that beam will strike it to that information to the CRT screen, and that way that image will we will see, that image we will be seen on the CRT screen. That image will be generated. Okay, that only we have seen here. Vector scan is a technique that is used to producing images on the screen. After this only this display controller main thing will be done. Display controller will be take that information from the display list or the display commands and pass it to the beam, and the beam will take that information and strike it to the CRT, and that after that what will happen, the image will be generated, the image will be produced on the CRT screen or the phosphorus screen. Okay, so after that, last point is that the phosphor light decays after few milliseconds. So therefore we have to refresh phosphor at least 30 to 60 times per second, that is 50 and 30 to 60 fps. Means so just now I told that when the information has been struck it to the screen, what will happen, the the screen will get glow, the screen will get lighted, the some the illuminated it will get, okay, illuminated it will happen. So so it will decay its light within milliseconds, okay. So to again it should be continually glow, it should glowed, it should be light, means the continuous should be glow light. Only after that only we can see a particular amount of time that image has been seen in the phosphorus screen. So if the within milliseconds only the image has been reduced, or the the image light has been reduced, or the image glow has been reduced, or image glow has been decays means, then how it can be seen within milliseconds. If we have been decays the light, then how the image or the information will be seen in the phosphorus screen? So it is not possible. For this reason we have to refresh the phosphorus screen 30 to 60 times per second. So that is 30 to 60 fps we can say, or 30 to 60 frame per second, okay. So to glow the light on the phosphorus screen, we have to refresh the phosphorus screen 30 to 60 times per second. After that only the image will be clearly clearly seen, okay. If we have not refreshed that to 30 to 60 times per second the phosphorus screen, then what will happen? The image will not be seen in clearly, okay. The image will not be get not been produced some clearly. The image will some of teared image, some not uncleared image, something like this. It will be in shape. If here it is a something a image is there, suppose instead of line, so something like the light a image, or something half a image, something like that, teared image or something like that, it will be produced. So because of low light, because of low brightness, this will happen. So for this reason we have to uh, um, continually refresh the phosphorus screen, that how many times? 30 to 60 per second, okay. It will be refreshed 30 to 60 times per second, okay. Because the light decays after the few milliseconds, okay, because in few milliseconds only that light will be decays, the whatever the glow is there, that will be decays. So for this reason we will be it will be refreshed 30 to 60 times per screen. What will be refreshed? Phosphorus screen will be refreshed per second, then only the light will be in the light will be glown. So the light will be glown, so after that only we can see the image. So let's see some advantages and disadvantages. Higher resolution than raster scan display. So this raster scan display is the another concept, another topic, so we will study in this in next topic. So this is the higher resolution, means vector scan display has the higher resolution than this raster scan display. Why? Because in this suppose it is a screen, think it is a screen, okay. So where we want, there only on the particular area only we have strike the information, there only we are getting the information, remaining the rest of the place it is empty, okay. So it contains the more pixels, so more pixels means more resolution, okay. So means higher resolution it contains. So because in the whole screen only, there only we have strike the information where we on that particular area only, so the remaining space of the screen is totally empty. So for this reason it vector scan display has the higher pixels, so then the higher pixels. So this is the higher pixels means higher resolution. So vector scan display has the higher resolution than the raster scan display. So produce smooth line, yes, vector scan produces smooth line. Need less memory to store picture definition, just now I told that. So it strikes the information where we want, there only it strikes the information in the particular area, in the particular position, the information will be struck by the beam, okay. So the remaining area will be empty, so the only it consumes the only this much area, means it consumes this much area, so the less memory is being used, okay. So this is the positive point. So let's talk about disadvantages. Can't draw realistic image. So vector scan display can't draw images on the CRT screen. Only what it can draw? lines, points, characters. So something like this, only this type of things it can be drawn on the CRT screen, not more than this, or alphabets or something like this. Okay, and it has the limitation on colors to be displayed. Only some amount of colors can be displayed, only 3 or 4 some amount of colors the vectors can be displayed on the CRT or the phosphorus screen. So but whereas in the raster scan display, which I will explain in the next video, here we can display n number of, means many number of colors that you can can't count also. So okay, max color depends on how deep beam penetrates. How deep beam penetrates means, you know, in point, how deep we can insert the color, so it means the penetrates. So I hope you have understood the vector scan display. So with the help of display controller, we will take the information from the display command or the display list which is under the display buffer memory, and the display controller memory will take that information and pass it to the beam, and that beam will strike that information into the CRT screen. So on the particular area only the information will be the information will be striked. There we get the account there we after that striked, the image will be get glowed, the image will be lighted. So there we get the image, their image will be produced. In this short form we can say that vector scan display is a technique used for producing the images on the screen. Okay, this image screen will be light, the whatever the light is there, whatever the glow is there, that will be decayed, means it will be reduced in within few milliseconds. For this we will be refresh the phosphorus screen at least 30 to 60 times per second, so the glow should be on. So the image should be we can see it we can see it continually uh, for a long time. Okay, so this is the concept of vector scan display. Okay, so in this video only this much. If you have understood video, please hit the like button and press the subscribe, and also press the bell icon also. If you have any kind of doubts, if you have not understood any kind of concept in this, any kind of topic or any kind of thing, so please comment below. The comment section is open for you all only. The Telegram channel link is there, so daily updates will come of the CG notes. If you want notes of this, you can copy it to the from our website link, so you can, or you can write it down the notes. It's your wish. The link is given in the description. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.